Hey fight fans, welcome back to the Fight Book. I'm the Indian accent guy, and after UFC 314, some news arrived and now we can say who is Alexander Volkanovski fighting next, who is Patricio Pitbull fighting next, new headliner for UFC 317 card, as well as Rafael Fiziev's next fight. So to keep you updated with the fight world, let's start the video directly without wasting any time, and we are gonna start with Alexander Volkanovski's next fight. Volkanovski wants to defend his belt in July at UFC 318, and his head coach believes Evloev should be the next guy, but he doesn't expect him to have much success against the champion. Moreover, if you follow the fight book, you know that Evloev was supposed to fight Aaron Pico, but he preferred to wait as he knew that the winner of UFC 314 main event may call him out. And it was a wise decision. He may now get the title shot instead of fighting an up-and-comer in his debut. About Aaron Pico, Dana White says they are working on his debut fight and they have a meeting and they will get it done on Tuesday. So we may get a news about Aaron Pico's UFC debut this week. Moreover, Paddy Pimblett, who won his fight against Michael Chandler at UFC 314 co-main event, had an altercation backstage against Colby Covington, and now Colby Covington discusses that altercation. He says Pimblett is a little bit. He needs to stop running my name through his mouth to stay relevant. Basically, he is accusing Paddy Pimblett for what he is doing himself, so nothing important. He does it to every other UFC fighter from lower weight classes. Anyway, at least Renato Moicano is now not as confident of his chances in a fight against Pimblett as he was before. About Moicano's next fight, we have news revealed from Beneil Dariush, who in an interview with Submission Radio tells that it is looking like he will return in June against Renato Moicano at UFC 317 card. He also confirmed that there have been no mention of a fight with Mauricio Rufy, as Rufy had previously revealed that UFC is interested in a fight between him versus Dariush. But now it feels like we are having Beneil Dariush versus Renato Moicano rebooked for UFC 317 card, and it also looks like the main event for this card is set because Khamzat Chimaev just tweeted good news. It is highly rumored that Khamzat Chimaev will be facing Dricus du Plessis for the middleweight belt at UFC 317 International Fight Week headliner, and now this tweet, it seems like the fight is done. Anyway, UFC 314 feature bout Yair Rodriguez versus Patricio Pitbull, where Patricio Pitbull loses his UFC debut. He now calls out Dan Ige, who won his fight in the preliminary card. Patricio Pitbull called Ige out for fight at UFC 317 International Fight Week card, and Dan Ige says, "See you soon, legend." So both fighters wants to fight each other. Let's see if the UFC wants the same or not. Moreover, Tom Nolan has also accepted Chase Hooper's challenge. Anyway, now let's talk about the official fight announcements, and we have only two fight announcements from the UFC, and first is Rafael Fiziev versus Ignacio Bahamondes added at UFC Baku, Azerbaijan card on June 21st. Rafael Fiziev will finally be fighting in his own country, and he is not moving down to the featherweight division as he had previously said he will try to move down. But now it is confirmed that he is staying at the lightweight division and he is fighting up-and-comer prospect Ignacio Bahamondes. The second fight is a heavyweight bout, and that is added on UFC Nashville July 12th card, and it is Vitor Petrino's heavyweight debut against Austin Lane. Lastly, we have two news from UFC 316 card, from its main event and its co-main event as well. First, Merab Dvalishvili, who will be headlining UFC 316, says he wants to have 3 more fights in 2025. After beating Sean O'Malley at UFC 316, the Machine wants to fight at No-Show UFC, and then he says he wants to have one more match to end 2025. The co-main event of the card is Juliana Pena versus Kayla Harrison, and the GOAT Amanda Nunes have confirmed in an interview that she will be returning to fight against the winner of Kayla Harrison and Juliana Pena. In the first UFC 316 press conference, she had showed interest in fighting in the UFC again, and now it is confirmed by herself that it is real and she will be fighting the winner of Pena vs Harrison. And that's all from the UFC section. From the boxing section, we have the results from match rooms: Ennis vs Stanionis welterweight unification fight card. The card went exactly as expected, and there was nothing that was unexpected for the fans. In the headliner, Jaron Ennis finished Emantas Stanionis to become the unified WBA, IBF and Ring Magazine welterweight champion when Team Stanionis stopped the fight after round 6. Former featherweight champion Rafael got a unanimous decision win over Thomas Mattis, and now he is in a position to fight for the belt again. 2024 Olympic bronze medalist Omari Jones moves to 2-0 with the first round KO. WBA number 1 ranked 16-0 welterweight Shahram Gyatsov moved to 17-0 with round 4 knockout. Undefeated welterweight Tamir Smalls moves to 14-0 with the first round KO, and undefeated super featherweight Zaquin Moses moves to 2-0 with the second round KO. Moreover, in Pro Box card in Maryland, WBC number 12 ranked super featherweight fighter Jordan White got a unanimous decision win over Jose Matias in a showcase bout in front of his own people. And that's all in this video. Now you are fully up to date with the fight world. If you wanna stay updated, you know what you need to do. So do it and then do whatever you want.